There once lived a beautiful girl whom everyone referred to as Xi. She was born in a village where majority of the families had a surname, Shi. The Xi prefix was added to the surname to indicate that she was born in the western area of the village. Although we cannot even be sure if such a person ever existed in history. Xi was born and bred in the kingdom of Ye, in a working-class family. To help sustain the family income, she would help to wash the silk threads and fabrics in the nearby streams. One of the stories which described her beauty was when she was washing silk by the river and the fishes swam past. They saw Xi and found her beauty so breathtaking that they sank to the bottom of the river in shame. Therefore, Xi is also known as the one whose beauty sank not ships, but fishes. Another account said that Xi has minor health issues and would often frown in pain, clutching her chest. But even in distress and pain, she still looked extremely enchanting, and her iconic beauty look was her signature frown. Another village girl from the eastern side, who was known as Dongshi, saw her frowning one day and was inspired to do the same. However, Dongshi was an extremely crass and rude person who desired to be worshipped as a goddess. After seeing Xi's enchanting frown, Dongshi started practicing that frown everywhere she went, thinking that it would make her look equally beautiful. Everyone else in the village were extremely distressed by Dongshi's unusual behavior and would hide when they saw her from a distance. This story was made up by Zhuangzi, an ancient Chinese philosopher who used this to illustrate the importance of finding your own suitable style of behavior instead of blindly emulating someone else's. During the spring and autumn period, China was divided into many small kingdoms, and the kingdom of Ye had a prince who was taken hostage by the king of Wu for many years. He pretended to serve the king of Wu faithfully during his time as a hostage and gained the trust of the Wu king. It wasn't long before he was finally released to return to his own country. The prince ascended the throne as the king of Ye upon his return and started plotting his revenge against the kingdom of Wu. The king of Ye sent men to find beautiful women around the country to serve his grand plan. One of the soldiers came across Xi while walking along the river one day and found her astoundingly beautiful. So he brought her back to the palace, and she was made to learn various forms of entertainment, such as music and dance. These trainings would enhance her charm in time to come. Born out of necessity, Xi had to work to earn her keep, and therefore, later versions of the story described her to have big feet, since she wouldn't be able to have them bound. In that version, Xi was able to turn her weakness into strength by choreographing a special bell and clog dance, which she would dance in an extremely long skirt that concealed her feet, and the sound of clogs and chimes would give her an added daintiness. Of course, as we all now know, the practice of foot binding only started about some 1,200 years later during the Song dynasty, so it was unlikely that the size of her feet would affect the perception of her beauty. As for the clog dance choreographed by Xi, it was said to have been so mesmerizing that the king of Wu was completely sold by her performance of it. He ordered for a garden to be built for her enjoyment and spent most of his time indulging in merrymaking. As a result, he neglected his court duties, and the Ye soldiers were able to conquer and defeat the once powerful Wu kingdom. With the kingdom of Wu conquered, the king of Ye accomplished his objective, and Xi Shi fulfilled her purpose. No one knows what happened to her in the end.